Only about 30 minutes into the trading day, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average surged, sailing past its record all-time high of 14,164 back in 2007.
In 42 seconds, we broke through the old high and created a new high.
And it kept going. A milestone for the Dow, attributed partially to news around the globe, a European rise in retail sales and growth in China.
The market is at these levels, and global markets are at these levels because there's massive central bank intervention, whether it's the Federal Reserve, whether it's the ECB, whether it's the Bank of Japan, massive central bank intervention around the world, which is forcing this trade.
But the question is whether markets will be able to sustain Tuesday's gains. The Dow has virtually erased the losses suffered since the Great Recession, but investors are cautiously optimistic.
You don't see the champagne bottles and the confetti coming down from the ceiling and the balloons and all that, because there is still a very, very big disconnect between what the market is telling us and what the economy is telling us.
An economy still troubled with unemployment and budget woes. The last time the Dow reached a record high 5 years ago, unemployment was 4.7%, compared to today's nearly 8%. But there are signs of recovery in the housing market.
The housing recovery is an important part of macroeconomic growth, and what we see happening in the economy in terms of housing growth is that it's probably going to offset what we're seeing coming out of Washington in terms of cutbacks and brakes on the economy. So it should be about a push. What Washington is taking away, the housing recovery is contributing to the economy, and that means that the private sector is holding up reasonably well.
And that, analysts say, is a sign of resiliency in the markets. The Dow Jones closed up 126 points, or 0.9%, at 14,254. The S&P has yet to match the Dow's record close, rose 14.6 points, or 1%, at 1,540. The Nasdaq gained 42 points, or 1.3%, closing at 3,224. In New York, Bonnie Ghosh, Associated Press.